Hi, welcome back or welcome to my channel. If you're new, my name is Laura. Hi, hello, welcome. Today, I thought it would be fun to do a video just to if I could only keep one item in each of the categories of my makeup routine. So I don't think I've ever seen anyone do this kind of video. If you want to do the video, please feel free to do it. I just thought that this was going to be kind of a fun thing because I have not a huge collection, but I have multiples in the different categories. I am no means a minimalist when it comes to my makeup. I do not want to be a minimalist when it comes to my makeup. I really like having a decent sized collection. Gives me a lot of variety, gives me a lot of options. However, I do continue to want to use up my collection. So if I could only keep one item in each category of makeup, these are the items that I would pick. So everything in this isn't necessarily a favorite. It's just the item that I think would, one, last the longest, two, has gotten me through time and time again, that kind of thing. So yeah, I thought that this would just be fun. I do have some clips of me applying some of these items so you can kind of see them in action. I thought that maybe it would be more fun. I was going to say funner. It'd be more fun than you just watching me talk about them. I'll just have some clips going as I talk about them, kind of thing. So I always start with my eyes first. So today was no different. And I would have had a different item in this if I had it in my collection still. So I don't have it in my collection right now. So if I could only, so I'm basing this out of my collection as it is right now. If I could only keep one item out of each category that I have right at this very moment, these are what I would pick. So for eyes, for my eye primer, because I do choose eye primer over concealer. Concealer doesn't cut it for me. I need an eye primer. So for that, I picked my P. Louise base. I have the shade right now in Rumor 2. This is like the big boy size. So this guy is actually there's a big air bubble in here. When I squeeze it, I'm about down to here, when I'm applying it. So I really enjoy this base. And a little spoiler is I use this as a concealer under my eyes a bit today because it does act really nicely. This worked really well as an eye primer. It keeps the eyeshadow on all day. It keeps my base looking good, lets shadows apply seamlessly on top of it. So I would 100% keep this, and if I could only keep one, everything else can go as long as I have a nude eye base. They do have different colors in these, and they have a broad spectrum of different shades that you can pick, but I just picked the one that's closest to my skin tone. Then moving to eyes, I'm actually kind of surprised that I picked this palette in particular, but there's a reason. So I picked my Natasha Denona Safari palette. One, it is the most expensive palette that I've purchased myself, so I would want to get my money's worth out of it. However, there's just so many staple colors in this palette that I can really see myself using. So not only for eyeshadow, oh gosh, I'm blinding you. So not only for eyeshadow, for brows, I could use this for blushes. I could use this for a multitude of things. Plus the eyeshadow pans in this are humongous. There is 2 grams of product in each, which is just insane to me. So I love this. This would be something, if I could I would get rid of everything else and keep this one. The quality's great. The color story is exactly my alley. And yeah, I can use shimmers from, spoiler, other things that I am bringing or keeping, or if my one and only of these categories kind of thing. So Natasha Denona, you're a beautiful palette. I'm so happy I have you in my life. It's great. However, if I wouldn't say it's worth the $129 price point. I bought mine for $64.50. As I keep mentioning in every video I talk about this, I would never pay $129 for one eyeshadow palette. That's astronomical. Just saying. For my primer, my base primer, I picked my Milk Makeup Blur Stick. I just feel like this thing has been living in my collection forever. I don't actually remember when I got this. I think it was 2 years ago, but it's still there's still product in it and I use it all the time. It's not like I don't use it. So this whole thing, I got my money's well worth out of this. So the product is fine. It smells the same as when I got it, which I can only smell the plastic cartridge. It's very off-putting in all honesty, but it works. It's fine. It does the job, and I really like how it cleans my pores, blurs my pores. Then I did pick a liquid highlight because that is a category that I have in my makeup collection. So I picked my Cover FX Custom Enhancer Drops. I have mine in the shade Moonlight. I just love these. I have the Makeup Revolution like dupe of these, which is no longer sold. It's discontinued, but I love these. I really, really love these. And so this would be the one that I would pick over everything that I have right now. So then for base products, this is kind of interesting for me because this used to be my all-time favorite foundation, the only foundation I would wear, and I kind of have strayed away from it recently, and that is my Bare Minerals Loose Mineral Makeup. So this is the shade medium, golden medium, which is the one that I'm wearing today. I think this actually suits me the best out of all of the Bare Minerals shades. Bare Minerals can do better on their shade range, yes. However, it works for me kind of thing. I've had this kicking around in my collection for years. So I picked this one because I think it does give a really great coverage. It looks like skin kind of thing. So I really love this foundation. I have repurchased and repurchased and repurchased. I haven't recently. Again, this has been living in my collection for a few years now. On the same wavelength, I did pick up, this is kind of a spoiler for my Trash It or Cash It, letting you know what I picked up this month, but this was on the 21 Days of Beauty sale, and I couldn't resist getting it for half off kind of thing. This is the Bare Minerals Well Rested Concealer. I love this concealer. This is one of my favorite concealers. This is now the third or fourth pot of this concealer that I've gone through or purchased, have acquired, will use in my makeup journey. I love this. I think it looks so beautiful. This does do a really good job canceling out any red tones of like blemishes as well, because it is kind of a like almost golden kind of undertone. I really love this. I think that this is absolutely beautiful. I don't want to say always, but always have this in my collection because it's so beautiful. Even if you bought it full price, the $22, it's well worth it in my opinion. I get mine usually when they're on discount at Ulta during the 21 days, but I'm so happy. I've missed this. I am working through another powder concealer, but if I had to pick a concealer, period, this would be the one. So I also have my Revolution Luxury Baking Powder. I have mine in the shade Lace. This would be the setting powder that I picked. Not that I really need a setting powder because I'm using a powder foundation, but even if I don't want coverage and I just want to cancel out shine, this would be kind of like the step that I would really like. I think if you use it in a nice diffused brush, it offers just a really nice soft finish to the skin. I don't think that it really requires like the baking, so to speak, but I think that this is a really, really lovely setting powder. Not too heavy. At least I don't think that it's too heavy. I have like normal combination skin, not really dry unless I put benzoyl peroxide like every night on my jawline, but I love this guy. This thing is so underrated too. It is so underrated. This was actually in my least favorite makeup products, which is so weird because I love the product inside. It's just the packaging I don't like. Then we went to my bronzer because I do like to bronze the skin first. And for that, I actually picked my Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. There's just something about this, the tone, something that's just perfect. I like the smell of it. I know not everyone does. I think it smells like a tropical vacation. The packaging leaves something to be desired. It's broken. It's been broken almost immediately since I got it, but I did just drop this too when I was recording this video, and I feel like I made it worse. But really the packaging sucks on these, so it is what it is, but it's a beautiful, beautiful product. I love the color. Again, Physicians Formula can do a better job in their shade range, but it works for me, and I've had it in my collection for over a year now. Then I don't know if this is really cheating. It's kind of cheating, honestly, but it is one single palette, so I counted it as my highlight. So I do like to have a multitude of highlights, which is why I picked this guy, because there is 3 different highlight colors in this palette. And I mean, I've hit pan in all of them. Blissful, surprisingly, over here has the biggest pan in there, and it is the shade that doesn't work for me the most. Well, at least all year round. I am wearing it today, and the reason why I picked an all matte palette for my eyes is because I can use this on my eyes as well, because there's different undertones. So I can get like a nice wet metallic look on my eyes, which is, I like that look. But yeah, so I love this. I mix all of the shades together. I can use the shades singularly, except for Blissful. Blissful needs some work with my complexion, but I love this. I have the old packaging. I think it comes in like a white plastic packaging now where you can't remove the pans. Like I can dig these out if I need, or if I wanted to, and slap another pan of highlight in these if I so choose. But I love this. I think that this was really worth the money that I paid for it. I don't even remember how much I paid for this, but it was well worth it in my opinion. Then I went on to my blush. I always do like bronzer, highlight, or like flip-flop those, whatever, and then I do my blush on top. Just, it works the best for me. And for this, I actually picked a pressed blush, which is weird because I really have been gravitating more towards my loose blushes. I think that they're just really soft, flattering, and blendable on the skin. But I picked a pressed blush, one, because it will last me forever. If I had no money and like only the ability to take a couple products out of my stash, I would know that this would last me a long time. So I picked my MAC, I don't even know what these are called. As in, like, I don't know if it's like a mineralized skin finish or whatever that is. It's a MAC blush in the shade Melba. I bought this. Jaclyn Hill raved about it like eons ago, like literally 5 years ago. And I bought it like 5 years ago. It still doesn't smell off or anything, but this is what I would pick. It's not like I've used a ton of it, so I know it would last me a long time kind of thing. And I think the shade is just flattering. It would go with anything. Like, it's just like a universally beautiful shade. Then we rounded all of my face out with setting spray, and I went bad and bougie, guys. I went bad and bougie with my setting spray. I would pick this one out of all of the ones I have in my collection. This is the one that this would be it. Just something about the mister on this. It's just so beautiful. Plushy. I mean, I didn't pay for it. Influencer sent me this for review. However, it's expensive, and I mean, if I were going to pick this or my Mario Badescu one that's like chump change in comparison to this one wins. It's so light, it's so refreshing, it doesn't feel like anything on the skin. It literally goes on in like just a sheer mist, and you don't feel it on your skin. It's amazing. I love this, and I'm annoyed that I've tried this because I'm annoyed that I love it so much. So there's that. Some of these things, it's not really like a necessity, but if I were going to pick an eyeliner out of my collection, I don't distinguish liquid and pencil liners, like waterline pencil liners. But if I were going to pick one, I would pick a liquid liner or like a pen liner. So I picked my Stila Stay All Day waterproof liner. Not necessarily has to be this brand or this one. I really actually love my K Palette brand, the Japanese brand that I panned at the beginning of the year. But just a matte black liquid pen liner would be kind of like my first choice in liners in my collection. Same thing with brows. I really thought of like low maintenance. I would want to have like a palette that has brow colors, which I did. That Safari palette does have brow colors, which is how I got these brows today. But I would also pick a tinted brow gel. So I have the Ulta Beauty Brow Tint in Deep because my eyebrows are like, for the most part, black, darkest brown kind of black. So I picked this guy. I really like this actually. I really like this. It doesn't really like hold the brows down, but it does offer like a nice sheer like wash of color in the brows. And honestly, until this year, I could have cared less about putting actual product in my brow. So this is a great service for me. Then rounding out, I have lip products, and I honestly feel like I should have probably just picked one and like done kind of thing, but I keep them all in different categories in my spreadsheet. I keep them all in little separate sections in my makeup drawers, so why not just include them all, you know? So the first thing that I picked was a lip liner because I do really like a lip liner. I just do. You can wear it solo, you can put a gloss on top of it, and they look beautiful, but I picked the LA Girl Perfect Precision lip liner in the shade Bear. This is one that's in my Graveyard Project pan. It's a really nice like brownie nude kind of color. It's like a perfect like my skin tone, almost too light, but brown nude. And I really, really enjoy that. And I think it looks flattering with almost every lipstick that I pair with it, honestly. I think it just is it's a universally flattering lipstick or lip liner for me. Then the next couple products are pretty new, to the point where like maybe I shouldn't have put them in, but I've been like really, really jiving with them. Like me and these products are like, and they are going to hold a very fond memory in my life now because I wore them on my wedding. So the first thing I have is a liquid lipstick. Who would have thought I would put a liquid lipstick in my favorites? Because I'm definitely not a liquid lipstick kind of gal, but there's something about this CoverGirl one that is so comfortable. It doesn't like dry down and make you feel like crusty lips. It just dries down and just feels like lips. It's so nice. This is probably the nicest formula of a liquid lipstick that I've tried. She's so good. I have the shade Very Sincere. It's just a beautiful like rosy brown nude. It's so gorgeous. And I wore this on my wedding day, so there's that with it. Again, another one that I wore on my wedding day. This is the CoverGirl Exhibitionist Lip Gloss. I have mine in the shade Tiger's Eye. You got to be careful with these because the sticker that's like applied on it does rip off when you like open. So I had to like very carefully like open this to like keep the shade name on there because it's not anywhere else on the packaging. But it's just such a beautiful gloss. It's so comfortable and the smell is so good. It has like I don't know, like almost like vanilla-y, but like sweet, like candy sweet, like vanilla. It's so nice. The glitters, you don't feel any glitter on your lips when you like rub your lips together. It's just a beautiful, beautiful gloss formula. I'm really happy I found another drugstore gloss that I am actually obsessed with. Would purchase multiple shades. Now, I don't really think that mascaras are make or break it, so I chucked a mascara on and that was kind of that. But I did want to round this out with a perfume because I do categorize my perfumes in my collection. I have a drawer of perfumes and there is a definite favorite. There is a favorite among my collection, and that is my Kenneth Cole Black. This is the female, the Eau de Parfum. And I can only find this on FragranceNet. And spoiler, I have bought perfumes like regular from like the department store, way too expensive. FragranceNet is where it's at. It's the end all be all. You can get some amazing deals on fragrances. So this one is like discontinued in stores, but it's on FragranceNet. And this just smells like laundry to me. And I love that smell. This scent, I was turned on to it by my sister when I was in like middle school, I think. I used to sneak in her room and like steal sprays of this, but I absolutely love it. I think that this is like the best fragrance in my opinion. It's like a year-round, universally flattering. It just smells like laundry, and I love the smell of clean linen. I think it just makes you smell clean. Like, who doesn't want to just smell like clean and fresh? So that is it. That is my... If I could only keep one item in each section of my collection, I hope you guys enjoyed. Please feel free to do this. I don't know if this was a thing that anyone else has done. If it is, please let me know. I would love to credit them. If not, if you feel like you want to do this, please let me know. If you're going to do this video, I would love to link you down in the description box as well. And yeah, until then, I hope you guys stay sane, stay safe, and stay healthy. And I will catch you in my next video. Bye.